I'm back. Like I said, it's OU week. Oklahoma Sooners. I seem to remember not too long ago that when it was Oklahoma week at the University of Nebraska, those seem to be a little tougher practices. It seemed to mean a little bit more than just an ordinary game. I might be mistaken. I mean, I don't know if any of my Husker brothers is watching. I think there's a few of you guys out there. I know it is. I'm just kidding. But do you remember OU week turning up a little bit more? In the comment section, can you put that? TyroneBird.com. You guys remember that? It juiced up just a little bit more. I'm going to play something for you.
We're going to prepare like it's any other week. That's what we do. But I think the emotion's going to take care of itself. I think it's any other week.
The question was, I couldn't really hear it because you can't really hear the questions. But I listen to the radio. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Nebraska. I follow Nebraska football. I am a fan of Nebraska football. But I think the question was, is this what are you talking about as far as Oklahoma, as far as the rivalry? What is it? Does it mean, all that good kind of stuff? And the response was this.
We're going to prepare like it's any other week. That's what we do. But I think the emotion's going to take care of itself. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. These guys know how good a team we're getting ready to play, and they're going to be in the spotlight nationally. So I think the guys are excited, and we've gotten a lot better over the last 2 weeks. We need to keep that going and keep improving on the things that we haven't done well enough. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. These guys know how good a team we're getting ready to play, and speaking that's going to take care of itself. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. These guys know how good a team we're getting ready to play, and they're going to be in the spotlight nationally. So I think the guys are excited, and we've gotten a lot better over the last 2 weeks. We need to keep that going and keep improving on the things that we haven't done well enough.
Don't think you're going to need any motivational speaking. Let's get to OU, y'all. Oklahoma week. And contrary to popular belief, you have to be motivated to go into Norman, Oklahoma against the number 2 team in the country and win. You gotta be motivated. You can't prepare for Oklahoma the same way you prepare for Buffalo, for Fordham, for Illinois. Sorry, guys. I digress. It's Oklahoma week, though. Get a little antsy. Let's start with the injury stats. We have Omar Manning out. Well, again, these are all. I'm not saying he's out for the game. I'm saying, but he got hurt. They're out for right now. Oliver Martin, Austin Allen, Xavier Betts. Out of 10 receivers that you got, these are probably the top 6 out of 4. 4 out of 6. Hopefully they get better. Hopefully Austin Allen gets better. We're going to need the big fella. to be able to combat, I think, Oklahoma's skill set. Couple things I just want to go through. I just want to go through this because I think it's super important for us to know how important this is. This game is. They're all important. Still, this is a rivalry. Why are you making a big deal out of it? If it wasn't important, why are we making a big deal out of it? If it wasn't important to the pause. This is my TyroneBird.com shout out moment. Shout out Johnny Mack and the Wayne State Wildcat football program. Y'all get out there and support. Shout out to the troops that lost their life in Afghanistan as well. But play as a unit. Know your system. Having great players. Very well coached. They play hard. They know their system. Very simple so they can play fast. They keep it very simple so they can play fast. They cover well. These are all quotes from, I believe, our offensive coordinator about Oklahoma and how good they were. They are. Offensively, they are good. It's a good football team. One of the best we'll see. One of the best we'll face. Spencer Rattler is a top first-round draft pick. He's that good. 6'2", 210. Not a big guy, but he can burn you with his leg. He doesn't like to. He would rather burn you with his arm. Says something about who he is as a quarterback, and how he understands the game and how the game comes to him. With that being said, his weaknesses are he likes to throw the ball in triple coverage. He likes to try to thread the needle. In those type situations, our defensive backfield, the Williams, the Cam Taylor Britt they have to show up. Newsome has to show up. Farmer got to show up. They got to show up. They're going to give us 3 or 4 opportunities in this game to get a ball, to pick it, and maybe take one back to the house for a touchdown. But they have to show up. Absolutely. Defensive backfield, you guys are going to get tried and tested over and over and over again. And just when you think you got them figured out in their throwing game, they're going to try to pop one of those little scat backs out at you. The defensive backfield will have to have one of their best games in order to win this game. They've got a big-time receiver. I think he's 6'3". I can't remember his name, but he's a pretty big-time receiver that they go to a lot. Let's see if we can pull that up real quick. But I just want to, this team is beatable. Any team that you put the pads on, you can get beat. You can get beat. Upset, shockers. This is what we play football for. To be able to go into the number 2 football team in the country. And to play them absolutely is an honor. But what happens if you just beat them? What happens if you win? We got to think win. This is the last game of the season. This is the only game of the season right now. Nobody gives you guys a chance to win but you. It starts with you. Football is a game of inches. That means 1 inch can cost you a game. That's about an inch. We cannot forget what it means to play Oklahoma. Whenever we play Oklahoma. Throw this. Who cares that they're number 2? Who cares? Who cares that we got a loss? Who cares? Nobody cares. All we know is on Saturday at 11 o'clock, we're going to be playing the Oklahoma Sooners. And what you do on that football field speaks so loud, you never have to open your mouth. Gotta play it again just for giggles.
We're going to prepare like it's any other week. That's what we do. But I think the emotion's going to take care of itself. I don't think there's going to be a lot of motivational speaking that's going to need to be done. These guys know how good a team we're getting ready to play, and they're going to be in the spotlight nationally. So I think the guys are excited, and we've gotten a lot better over the last 2 weeks. We need to keep that going and keep improving on the things that we haven't done well enough.
I like that answer. I do believe in motivational speaking, though. Adrian Martinez will have to have a big game. He's going to have a huge game. He's going to have his best game of his Husker career. The best game of his Husker career he's going to have in order to beat Oklahoma. We can do it. We can beat them if we play perfect football. Or as close to perfect as you can come. Adrian Martinez is going to have to make great decisions. He's going to have to scramble when needed. He's going to have to be smart and get down. Be smart and get down. Why do I say that? The Oklahoma Sooners players might try to hurt him. They might. They're going to try to decapitate him. It's time to get down, get down. It's time to get rid of the ball, get rid of the ball. The O-line is going to have 50 pancakes. 50. That's 50. Pancake is really on your back. But I'm going to say just get them down on the ground. 50. In order for the run game to work. The receivers are going to have to block down the field. That's how big runs and big plays happen. You got tight ends, you got receivers running down the field, blocking safeties and corners. Big plays. Big plays. Running backs are going to have to run for 100. We're going to have either by committee, but they're going to have to go over 100 yards, not in the wash-up time. I'm talking with game time, prime time, lights on, 11 o'clock. Everybody's going to be watching. Everybody's going to be watching this game. Sometimes you need a little bit of motivation. In order to raise your level of play. I digress. Here's and I quote from AG.